This segment of Naperville Sports Weekly is brought to you in part by the Naperville Sun.
Waubonsie Valley Boys volleyball coach Al Lager. You guys start out the season earlier this week, 3-set win against West Aurora. What can you kind of take from something like that, a non-conference win where, it was close the whole time?
The nice part about us playing West Aurora, like I said before, Tolos Cascaneres, our head coach, is on my first team. He's done a very good job of coaching and building up that program. It's hard to compete in the DuPage Valley for him. So he's trying to establish a program there at West Aurora. He's got some solid players. His middle was very good. It was a good test every time we play them, no matter how our teams either team are. It's always a competitive battle. Last year we went there as a 3-set match. When they came here the year before, it was a 3-set match. So every time we play them, it's good to get that in. So you get the repetition of playing someone like that year in, year out. The kids know each other. And it works out to our advantage because of having such a tough match at the first match. You kind of see where you are right away in the season.
Definitely, and I know, a little bit of struggling at the serving line for you guys.
Correct.
How much is that to be expected, just maybe knocking off some of the game rust there?
That and the fact that the majority of our kids jump serve. And in a situation, as you can see, that the guys are warming up with the red, white, and blue Baden balls, but in the regular game, we use, or they're using the Pro Touch from Molten, but in the regular game, we have to use the Baden balls. So the Baden balls are a little bit lighter than the Pro Touch, so we're adjusting that. We brought out the Baden balls, and that's how we're adjusting it. Because the Baden balls are lighter, the kids were hitting them out of bounds. So we make that adjustment. I haven't practiced now by jump serving with the Baden ball.
Now we, go back to last year. You guys second in the Upstate 8 Valley. That big win late in the year against Nequa that made them share the conference crown with Lake Park. How big was kind of being able to build on that?
It was big, especially after losing Tuesday before we had to play the other Mattia, the one that we lost it here. They beat us the first game, we won the second game, and then they came back and beat us in the third game. So it was kind of disappointing for the guys because they knew if they would have beaten Mattia and then we would have beaten Nequa, we would have won conference outright. So it was huge in the step for us to going in, beating Mattia, or losing to Mattia and then beating Nequa. It was nice to have that going into the state tournament.
The thing that sticks out about this roster is, the youth you guys had. Luke Furman, a junior with plenty of varsity experience. Mike Simmons, one of 3 sophomores on the roster. How big is that getting these guys, some of those varsity minutes here early?
It's great. In fact, we had the freshman that we got in time yesterday. It was Andrew Salmon. But Michael and Luke both play on the high level of Sports Plus Forum teams down the road, which is nice for us because it's right down the street. So most of our guys play club there. So the experience they're getting there at the high level club it's for them. This is like a cakewalk coming from their high school season.
What's it like transitioning between that and club? I know
the biggest difference, the problem they have is adjusting to the no net rule. In club, you can run into the net, you just can't touch the top. Mm-hmm. So usually for the first 2 weeks of the season, especially matches like last year at West Aurora, there must have been 35 net calls from the guys being in the net because they're bouncing off from being able to touch the net to not being able to touch the net.
For sure. Mike Storm, one of the seniors on this squad, had 18 kills against West Aurora. One of only 3 seniors in this team you guys have this year. How big is that small group as far as, when it comes to leadership, leading such a group of young guys?
Well, Michael and Seth Salmon, the other senior, and John Passer all came off the JV team last year. With the talent we had on our team last year, we kept those 3 guys down because they were going to get the majority of the playing time, and it paid off. They were conference champions last year as JV, and we were able to step into the roles. And Michael's got great bloodlines. His brother was the main guy at Nequa last year, so he's got great bloodlines. So we were very happy to keep Michael, and he's doing a great job. He had 18 kills on Monday and had 9 last night.
So definitely starting out well. You started this program 17 years ago with
Correct.
some JV,
Yep.
Transitioned to varsity. How much have you kind of seen boys volleyball in this area change?
Volleyball around here has become pretty much a mecca. You got all the teams, obviously Wheaton Warrenville South, you got Wheaton North, you got Nequa, us, Glenbard East, Glenbard West, Hinsdale's. Around this area are very popular for boys volleyball. So it's been outstanding. Well, I think we're almost to the point now where the IHSA can add the super sectional in for boys, because right now we do still, on every other state tournament, they only send the top 8 teams down, and they have to do their round robin. Where now, the top 4 teams, we're still sending 8 teams down, so it's getting pretty close where the IHSA can add a super sectional for boys volleyball.
How much do you think Illinois, as far as a state for boys volleyball, has kind of risen here in these past 4 or 5 years to compete with some of the other states in the country?
I think it's risen a lot. We're getting more and more teams from the South that are adding boys volleyball more and more, and the same with the colleges. I keep telling boys from basketball, etc., hey, boys volleyball has more scholarships out there pretty much more than any other sport. I get letters from colleges every day. They're starting, hey, we're starting up programs. We need players. You got guys that are interested in playing volleyball in college. But Illinois in general has just picked up, like I said, in the last 4 or 5 years, it's just skyrocket for boys volleyball.
What's it like as a coach to be a part of something like that, to kind of, be in the middle of this and see that kind of growing around you?
It's great. I love it. I love the fact that we've had pretty much close to more boys trying out for volleyball in the last 2 years than they've had to try out for baseball. So it's great.
Is that something you thought you'd ever see?
No, that's something I never thought I'd say. I thought we'd always have to compete to get guys to come out, but more and more kids see it and they love it in PE class. And we do a good job, myself and my assistant coach, Coach Soto, walking around the PE classes, especially when they're doing volleyball and talking to kids and saying, hey, you got some talent, I can't coach your height, can't coach your athletic ability, but I can teach you how to play volleyball. If you're interested, come see us, and they'll come out, come to an open gym, and get the bug bit by the bug and come out for volleyball.
Now, I know this team kind of had a bitter taste in its mouth going out, regional semifinal last year. How much, little bit of motivation coming into 2012?
Well, the guys are hungry. We have a big tournament this weekend, and the last 3 years with Luke's now a junior. His freshman year, we won the bronze division at Marist. His sophomore year, which is last year, we won the silver division. So he's hoping that one goes this year, we win the gold division. So he's trying to tell me that's going to take it up to the next level. We're excited about this weekend. But like you said, that loss last year at Lyons Township was kind of in between of us, a hitting error and a referee's mistake that cost us the match there, and there's nothing we can do about it. But the guys that stayed with us, they're hungry to get past that. They want to put a number on the wall for the regional title, conference title, regional title, and move beyond.
Yeah, this program's won 2 regional titles. I imagine, that third one, especially with, you got a couple guys on this team that are going to be here for a couple years.
Correct.
Still. I imagine it's something they want to build towards.
Exactly. They want to leave their legacy on the wall. That's what we talk about every year in the beginning, about leaving a legacy on the wall.
We've talked about some of the main guys for you. Who are a couple, under the radar guys that, maybe you won't hear about?
The libero, Michael Nicholas, who also came off the JV team last year, he stepped in. Our libero graduated, so he stepped in and filled that role. The freshman that we brought up as well, Andrew Salmon, is a DS. My other DS, Danny Allen, was our part-time libero DS last year. He started out as libero, but felt more comfortable playing DS. Our defensive guys do a real nice job. We're doing in practice really well of getting the ball up and keeping the ball off the ground from the other team, so we have an opportunity to put it down. Hitter-wise, John Pastor came in on Monday because we had one of our guys had to go. The other, John Pine, the other guy was on the varsity last year, had to go to a band concert, so John had to step in and pick up the role and play that spot because John Pine had to go to his band concert. So we have everybody, like I said, we have youth, but great experience, and everybody's got varsity experience, so it doesn't matter. My coach and I can look at each other, they can tell them, go put someone in, and we have no problems putting anybody in.
Well, a lot of shuffling pieces. We're only here at the beginning. You guys still got a ways to go.
Correct.
Al, thanks for letting us come by, and good luck this year.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming out.